I had Falcons -2.5 on a parlay, right? And it was winning. And I think it was like 24 to something. So I don't know what the exact score was, but they were winning. And I stopped looking at the parlay because I had Rams money line just for a little bonus percentage. And then they obviously lost against the bum ass Panthers. You know what I mean, Q? Imagine losing against the bum ass Panthers,
Hey,
you know?
hey.
Um, so I've turned it off. I woke up the next day, started watching Nightcap, and obviously the day after the Sunday slate, they go through every game. And then Unk starts saying about the Jets, and they had Tyrod Taylor on. Actually, they had Tyrod Taylor on an interview, and they were like, "Here he is. He's just had a comeback win against the Falcons." I was like, "No, he didn't. The Falcons won." Looked it up. It's 27-24, bro. But yeah, I didn't go back and look at any highlights from last week's games because, like I say, it was just bad fixtures all around. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins, Saints, ugly. That one didn't cover the spread. Don't know how that happened either. Jacksonville against Tennessee. How the fuck are Jacksonville 8-4? By the way. Anyway, let's start the show, bro. Because I'm just gonna get mad talking about some of these whack teams that I do not care about, which you'll see in today's picks. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Nameless NFL Show. I am your host with the most, representing the Dallas Cowboys and the Ravens. Sadly, I was going to wear my Lamar Jackson jersey today because I had a joke I wanted to run about being the throwingest Jackson, but I thought we'll save that for a week where Lamar's actually playing well because he's playing like absolute shite right now. But to my left, with the New England jersey on, don't get it twisted, he is not a Patriots fan on a 10-win streak, I believe they are right now. He is a 49ers fan, sadly for him, not making the playoffs. How are we feeling, Key?
Uh, I just want to say, I have a few notes written down. Sky Moore, I love you. For everyone that said Brock sucks,
He does.
how about that win?
He does suck still.
168 yards, one passing touchdown, one rushing touchdown.
How many yards?
168
And you thought that was a stat to bring up.
Against a great defense, though.
It is a great defense, I'll give you that.
I don't know what else I'd written down. Yeah, I'm just glad he hasn't lost his confidence.
Any
That's all I have to
notes
say.
on Juwan Jennings being a hoe?
I'll believe it when it's confirmed.
Well, multiple people
If he is a hoe,
have said it.
that's my hoe.
Yeah. Down below us.
He's getting traded to Minnesota anyway.
Oh, he doesn't want to go over there. Trust me, he does not want to go over there. Have you seen who they've got a quarterback? May as well have you at quarterback, Key. You know what I mean? You probably do a better job. Down below us, though, representing a team with an actual decent quarterback, unlike this guy whose quarterback I will forever hate on. We've got our boy Q representing the Packers. Q, how are we feeling after last week's W on Thanksgiving?
I'm feeling fantastic, dude. Can you guys hear the sound that is going off? I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. It is the what is it? The Toyotathon alarm? I believe Toyotathon is on, baby. Jordan Love has arrived. Lions fans shutting up finally. Talking about first week of the year. Oh, that was a fluke. Wait till you play a real team. Beat their ass again. Love to see it. And oh man, do we have a great matchup this week? But we'll get into that in a minute.
We sure will. I need to start off by paying respects to the Packers. I did pick the Lions to beat the Packers last week on Thanksgiving. I went 9-7 with my Week 13 picks. I thought I'd spice it up a little bit, pick some different teams, go outside of the box. And yeah, you know, outside the box, you take a long shot. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. 9-7, I would call that a bad week. And there's not many teams I do want to pay respects to. Obviously, I've got to put respect there on the Packers. I thought the Colts had bounced back against the Texans. They didn't. I picked the Titans, Jacksonville, whack-ass team, 8-4, don't know how. Picked the Browns to beat the Niners because I love Shador Sanders. Perfect timing. It's still perfect timing. And Juwan Jennings and Trent Williams are two big hoes, especially Trent Will. He's a big-ass hoe. Rams got beat by the Panthers. What the fuck are we doing here? What even is this sport? Already mentioned the Falcons Jets. What even is this sport? And that was my only losses of the week. And the Bengals. Fuck the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? Bro, what happened to Lamar Jackson? I feel like that's a clone. I don't even feel like it's the same Lamar Jackson that I'm seeing right now. I just hate what's going on with the Ravens. Is it too late to rescind my fanship? Is that even a word? What's the word? What you call that? Like being a fan of something?
Loyalty.
The bandwagon.
It's not a bandwagon or loyalty. It's like I'm thinking like membership, but obviously it's not a membership. It's like a fanhood,
Season ticket. Just
season
season
ticket.
ticket.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, the Ravens play at the bank, and I've got a season ticket at the bank. You know what I'm saying? Check my wallet. It's empty. I'm off work for a month sick, and I'm not getting paid for it. So my wallet is not deep. But anyway, how are we feeling after week 13, Key? What was your record? Anything to say?
You didn't say your record, by the way.
I
just
did.
want you
I
to.
said 9-7. But you just wanted me to say it again, didn't you? Because it's a bad
Oh,
record.
I didn't think you did.
No, I see the
I
games
was
he play.
11-5.
I see the games
I
he
was
play.
11-5.
Officer Hoyt, this is
11
training
and
day.
5.
Yeah, it's about
It's looking
time you went
good, Krebs.
positive.
Wow. I went positive last week and the week before.
Yeah, 7-7 ain't really that good though.
Wow. I'm not going to give any respects. I'm just going to say the teams that I chose against. I'm lying. Actually, I'm.
Give respect to one team at least that I know you picked
Okay,
against.
so the Cowboys beat the Chiefs.
We hear it.
Thank God.
Let me
Hate the
hear it.
Chiefs more than hate the Cowboys, so I'll have it. You know what I mean? Bears beat Philly. Same scenario. Texas. I picked against Texas.
Texas, the whole state.
I did. Just Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both
he
games.
did.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Panthers. Picked against the Panthers. And the Jets. Fuck the Jets. That's it.
Q, what's your
So-
record for the week and how are we feeling? And do you want to just lead us into Q's segment of the week, which is the biggest wins and losses, or winners and losers?
Yeah, I gotcha. I also went 11-5 this week. I gotta pay my respects to the Cowboys. I will say, more often than not, when I pick against the Cowboys, they end up winning, and I have not gotten a single thank you from you yet. So just think about that.
We'll see about this week.
I picked against the Bengals. I thought their defense still wasn't good, but man, I don't know what's going on with Lamar and the Ravens, or if it's just that the Bengals defense finally showed up. But that was a great performance by them. Obviously, picking against the Bears, just hoping the Eagles were going to win. But I guess we might need to, if you need something done right, you got to do it yourself type thing. Picked against the Jets. I don't know how this talentless Jets team somehow got a win against the Falcons. The Falcons are just the most annoying team to try to root for because they have so much talent and they can just never get it done. Shout out to Tyrod Taylor though, finally getting his win. I love seeing that. And I picked Rams over the Panthers. Is it time to admit that the Panthers are a decent team? Because I mean, if they beat the Rams, #1 seed, they beat the Packers, they beat the Cowboys. That's some pretty good wins right there. I think it's just every time you're ready to count Bryce Young out, he shows you why he was the #1 overall pick. So we'll see if he can keep it going or not.
I'm glad to see
and
you
then,
include the Cowboys in that company there. You said #1 seed Rams, the Packers who are like fighting for a division title, and the Cowboys. You know what I mean? We've got a seat at the table. I like to hear it.
You know what's sad,
Everybody's
guys?
welcome here.
How do you explain to somebody that the Panthers beat the Rams and the Niners beat the Panthers, but the Rams beat the Niners? How do you explain that
That's
to
the
a
NFL
person
for you. It doesn't make
not an NFL
sense.
fan?
It doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Especially because the Panthers, they were missing players to injury and suspension. So obviously it's a guarantee. You know what I mean? They were 10-point underdogs on the spread. They were like 13-point underdogs though when they beat the Packers. It's like if you see the Panthers as a double-digit underdog, take them on the money line because it's a weird ass team. It's just a weird team. You know what I mean? I don't like it.
And they're playing with the
Okay. That's getting fixed in post.
So
Don't
moving
worry.
on.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. My biggest winners, there were definitely 3 that I had. It was the Packers over the Lions, a great win on Thanksgiving. Cowboys upsetting the Chiefs. I feel like those were both 2 great games on Thanksgiving. But I still think I got to give it to the Panthers on this one. Taking down the #1 seed right now, talking about how Stafford was looking like an MVP, set the record for most touchdowns in a row without an interception, and then causing 3 turnovers right after that. That was a great performance by their defense. And not much else to say on that game. It was just a crazy performance from the Panthers. And biggest loser of the week, I think I did him last week too, but it's got to be the Vikings, man. You go into the season with JJ McCarthy. he gets a couple crazy wins over the Bears and the Lions, and you're like, oh, he's great against the division. Completely shut him down against the Packers. Doesn't look good outside of that. And then go to Max Brosmer after he's injured, after you've already killed off Carson Wentz, and go, surely it can't get any worse, right? Surely it can't get any worse. And there's two very famous words that usually follow that statement is it can. So yeah, it got a lot worse for the Vikings, and they're my biggest loser for the second week in a row.
You know, I was watching the Pat McAfee show and they were talking about the Vikings, and they always talk about the Carson Wentz experience. You know, you never know whether you're going to get Super Bowl level play or what the fuck is that level play. And they brought up an interesting point. Max Brosmer is the third string behind JJ McCarthy and Carson Wentz. He's been watching and learning from Carson Wentz, and what we saw last week was the Carson Wentz experience in Max Brosmer's body. That underhand Patrick Mahomes throw that ended in a pick six is the craziest shit I've ever seen until I watched Monday Night Football and Young Ho Koo kick the floor. He gets paid to kick the ball, and he kicked the floor, so I don't know what he was up to. But Max
Did you
Brosmer,
guys see the ball?
he was
No.
terrible.
Did you see
Well,
how the ball?
Young Ho didn't.
It was like,
Young Ho didn't because he kicked the floor instead.
that was bad, man.
No, I think he was definitely getting in his head there. He was doing great for the Falcons for a long time. Started to fall off. He's been switching teams, just trying to keep it consistent. And any little thing with the movement of the ball and the kick is going to throw it off. I know he's still got to kick the ball, but I don't blame him 100% for that, honestly.
Well, we'll see if he gets cut. See, I lost the Young Ho once. That's the kicker. Let's move into our week 14 picks. Before we do, we've got to go back to week 13. I just wanted to transition there. My segment on the weekly recap. Big dog of the week. Big dog in the house. Oh! Everyone loves this segment because it's so biased. Or so unbiased, I should say. This is the most unbiased segment in sports analytics. This week, I'm going to give it to a player that, well, I always give Big Dog of the Week to a player that I actually watch. You know, it's easy to pull up the stats and be like, oh, this guy went crazy on the stats, but I want it to be from a game that I actually watched. And last week, I barely watched any of the games because I couldn't be asked, I'll be real. But one game I did watch, though, Buccaneers against the Cardinals. Big Dog of the Week is going to an actual big dog. This man is 6'5", 300 pounds. Tristan Wirfs, best tackle in football. Fight me on it. And he scored a touchdown. Are you kidding me? I don't understand how this absolute mammoth of a human being can go out there, announce to the whole stadium, hey, I'm eligible, and nobody thinks they might give him the ball. Why is he, this 6'5", 320-pound man, I'm making up his weight every time I say it, by the way. Why is he eligible? Obviously, that means they might run a play to give it to him. He was uncovered, scored a touchdown, and he's the best tackle in football. I just want Key to refute that and be like, oh, Trent Williams? No.
One's a Hall of Famer, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't have to refute it.
He's past his prime.
You know.
He's past his prime and he's a criminal. So he's a criminal who ends careers.
Aren't we all? You're a criminal.
Whose
You
career?
stole my heart.
Whose career did you end though?
I want to answer that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll always be salty at that. I will always hate the 49ers and Trent Williams. So, yeah, big dog of the week, Tristan Wirfs. Let's get it. Let's move in then to week 14. Okay, coming off the back of a game on Thanksgiving. Both of these teams played Thanksgiving. They're playing again on Thursday. We have got the Dallas Cowboys at the Detroit Lions. Lions 2.5-point favorites. The Dallas Cowboys are the best team in football right now. Give me the Cowboys to win and cover. Well, obviously, if they win, they will cover because they are underdogs. I am stupid. Give me Cowboys money line. Fuck out of here. Lions, I backed them for a long time this season, but they're banged up in the secondary. They're banged up on the O-line. Did you see fucking the center coming back and then he had a grade 3 hamstring tear? How do you not know that you have a grade 3 hamstring tear? That is absolutely insane to me. But give me the Cowboys to win. Best team in football. Key, who you got?
So I was about to mention the Lions injuries, but also did you guys see Amon-Ra is doubtful or he's questionable? But they're saying he might play, but I can't see him playing. He's not apparently he's not practicing all week.
Yeah, I
So
think
I doubt that he plays.
they're saying it's more like I think it'll be a game time decision, but they seem to be saying it's more likely than not that he will play. But I guess they always say
I
that,
feel
you
like
know.
that's just yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like they always say that. If he doesn't play, I think it's going to be an easy win for the Cowboys, uh, especially with obviously them having arguably the best wide receiver room in the league.
Who
It's
would
a
you
tough
argue
one.
against?
I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, I was going to say Rams.
Mm,
And
I'm not convinced with
if
this
healthy,
Devontae Adams 1 yard touchdown stat pattern. I'm sorry. You
if
compare him to
healthy, the Buccaneers,
George Pickens. The
the Buccaneers have a good
Buccaneers.
wide receiver room. Yeah,
I mean, they do, but compared to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, I'm taking them two over
you know,
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
and Mika Buka.
Yeah, but you throw, I'd say he's like the third. It's still a rookie, you know what I mean? It's still his rookie. You know, that's my guy. As also that hurts me to say, but
Anyway, I'm taking the Cowboys.
love it. Q.
Yeah, I can't believe we were all doing this, but I'm rocking with the Cowboys too. Lions just got very banged up on Thanksgiving, and this Cowboys team has proven time and time again that they're an elite offensive unit. They can get it done on defense when they need to. They've definitely been stepping up since the beginning of the year. So yeah, I'm going Cowboys on this one.
Love it, man. To start the week 3 of the boys picking the Cowboys, we're going to be moving to 7-5-1, which will put us even closer to the Eagles, who they're on 8 wins, aren't they? I was going to say if they lose this week, would we go above them, but we won't. I don't know how the draw works in the standings. What does the draw count as? It counts as like 0.5, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's like as long as you don't lose more games, then you're ahead of the team. So you can be 7-5 and 1, and as long as the other team's like 8-5 or something like that, or 8-6, I think you should be above them.
Yeah, because if the Eagles lose this week, they'll be 8-5, and if we win, we'll be 7-5-1. So would we go above them, or would they stay ahead at 8-5 because they have more wins still? They'd stay ahead in it
I
because we'd
think
be
if
on
you're
like
tied,
7.5
yeah.
wins. Okay.
Hmm.
Either way, we're gonna win the division. You know, I was glad to hear the Cowboys, by the way, in your biggest winners. I was gonna fume if I didn't hear that because we've just beat the Eagles and the Chiefs back to back, both Super Bowl teams. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jerry Jones actually cooked with these trades, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It was looking spooky at first, but we're looking solid now. In before Jameer gives us a 300-yard day and just kills us. But let's move into the Sunday slate. We kick off with the Seattle Seahawks at the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons 7.5-point underdogs. I do not know what to think of this team. Really don't know what to think of this team. I'm going to give it to Key to kick us off. One of his favorite players and a player he has a jersey of is Kirk Cousins. He's obviously taken over the starting role again at quarterback with Michael Penix Jr. being injured for the season. Are you backing the Falcons, Key, or are you taking the electrifying, on fire Seattle Seahawks?
I would love to say that I'm taking the Falcons. I'm very confident in Kirk Cousins. It's just the rest of the team. Don't get me wrong, the Falcons defense, it's great, but it's just been shaky. And obviously, with last week, like I was saying before, that final play, that final run, the final drive where they had the chance to put it away and win the game, dropping 3 decent passes, 3 passes I would have caught. He put it right in the pocket. He put it right in the hands. Even the new tight end that was on fire dropped one. It's a bit shaky. Obviously Drake London still doubtful. I feel like he hasn't played in weeks.
Well,
No,
I was about to say he is. I was going to say, can I change your mind with that dropping thing because Drake London should be back this week.
is he? Oh, it still said doubtful
Raheem
on the.
Morris has said he's day to day and certainly has a chance to play against the Seahawks. And
You know,
NFL Fantasy
I would
has him
love,
as projected points, which means he should be coming back.
I would love that to change my mind, but I'm not gonna lie, chaps, it hasn't. I'm taking the Seahawks.
What do you think about the spread? 7.5 points. Because I feel like at this point in the season, the wins are normally easy picks. So maybe leaning on the spreads could make it more entertaining. Do you think the Seahawks win by more or less than 7.5 points?
I think more. I think the Seahawks win by 10, maybe. That'll be my prediction. We have
Nice.
our score prediction specialist.
Q, what are you saying about the winner and the spread?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got the Seahawks for both. This Falcons team has just been completely inconsistent this entire season. The Seahawks, outside of one horrible game by Sam Darnold, have looked very good this year. I expect them to put up a lot of points against this Falcons defense, and yeah, I can totally see them covering the spread. So give me Seahawks.
Ah, man, it's such a tricky spread. As soon as it gets over 7 and you get that 0.5 in there, I never know which way to lean. But I am going to lean Seahawks to win and cover. Don't like it, don't love it. Falcons at home, Drake London being back. You know what? Give me Falcons plus 7.5. Seahawks money line. Don't love it, don't hate it. Let's move in to a game that I absolutely hate. On paper, this smells so terrible. A 1-11 team going up against a 3-9 team with the Tennessee Titans at the Cleveland Browns. Browns 4.5-point favorites. Shador Sanders starting again in this game. Kevin Stefanski has told. Dylan Gabriel's wife making the headlines more than the Cleveland Browns actually are this week. Titans, man, how do you get the first overall pick in back-to-back years, bro? When was the last time anyone even did that? The league is literally designed in a way so that shit doesn't happen.
The Browns, the Jaguars, all
It's
within the past 10 years.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, how do you be that bad? It's actually insane. Give me the Browns to win and cover. Perfect timing. Key, who you got?
So, although last week came as an L against the Niners with Shador at the helm, I do think he really did show some promising qualities. He seemed comfortable in the pocket. He seemed like he could scramble. He wasn't taking the easy sacks. He was getting rid of the ball. I feel like it's a good sign for him for the coming games. I think they've just got to ride with him, just let him get the reps in, and I think this is another easy rep W for the Browns.
You should certainly hope so. And hopefully Jerry Jeudy has been spanked on the bum by his coaches and his teammates for shouting at his quarterback like that. I was mad when I saw that video, I'm not going to lie. Jerry Jeudy out there talking like he's an all-star. I know he was in the all-pro team, was it last year? But I don't give a fuck, bro. Jerry Judy's a bum. Don't speak to Shador Sanders like that. You're not even a top 10 receiver in the league. You're not even probably a top 15 receiver in the league. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jeudy, I could make a list right now and I could probably put you 16th on it. Q, who have you got in this game though? Before I start listing off 16 players better than Jerry Jeudy. CD Lamb, sorry, go on.
Respectfully, I think guys like you are the reason that Shador gets so much hate. But I think the Browns are easily going to win this one. I don't think it's much going to come from their offense. I think the defense is just very elite going against this terrible Titans offense. Every week I watch this Titans team. I think the exact same thing that you did. Um, Sorry, my dogs are barking. You
Are
can't
you all
hear
good?
that, can you? All right, cool.
They just missed Big
Every
Dog of the
week,
Week.
yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit late.
Every week, yeah, they're trying to figure out why you didn't pick Jordan Love. But anyway,
I told you it's not a
the
QB
Titans, I watch
award.
them every
I
week.
don't want to make it a QB award. I want to keep it. I've just picked a left tackle. I'll probably never do that again.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, because it would go to Shador every week. But what I'm trying to say is the Titans, I watch them every single week, and every single week I go, how the hell do you have such little talent on a team for the number one overall pick? I look at their number one overall quarterback and I look at all their weapons, and they're like every person is in the NFL for a reason, right? They're in the top 1% of their field. But compared to like the rest of the NFL, it's almost like looking at scraps. Because you got your best weapons are like DK and Helm. And like before the season started, you'd think, who the hell are these guys? I've never heard of them a day in my life, and they're the number one guys on this team. They've been great contributors, but like you're looking for a little bit more than that if you're a professional NFL team. So yeah, I'm rocking with the Browns. Hopefully, Shador can, like he said, get some more great reps in, show more of that winning mentality. I think he's definitely been one of, if not the best Browns quarterback this season, and we'll see how far he can go.
Yeah. So do you think Jerry Jeudy was in the right then in that clip?
I don't. I think he's a rookie quarterback. Jerry Jeudy, I think he's a pretty decent receiver, but like you said, he's not up to that like top 10 echelon where he can be like the leader of the team. Obviously, I think it's good that he's wanting to like establish a better culture and like get things right. You don't want to just sit with mistakes like that, but at the same time, it's got to come from both sides. You know what I mean? Like Jerry Jeudy will be sitting there yelling at his quarterback to do this, that, and the other, and then whenever the quarterback does hit him and he comes up with a drop or something, you don't see the quarterback screaming back at him. You say, "All right, we go on to the next play," type thing.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some good and bad with it. I thought I didn't really quite like the look, but I mean, it is what it is, really.
Okay, glad to clarify that because I thought you were going to say you was on Jerry's side because you said that I was the reason Shador's going to get hate fans like me. But glad to clear up that Jerry Jeudy is a bum. He leads the league in drops.
That is not what I said.
He leads the league in drops. He's a bum ass receiver. Like you said, Q, very good points. When he was doing jumping jacks the other day and got tackled from behind and fumbled the ball and lost it, you don't see Shador going and shouting and screaming at him on the sideline, making an embarrassment of him. You know what I mean? There's just a way to go about things, and especially if you lead the league in drops and you're a bum who fumbles the ball by, doing fucking hezzies like you're in the NBA, don't even have spatial awareness to think I'm going to get tackled from behind. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you need a bit of class. We see it from the top receiver. Look at Justin Jefferson, top receiver in the league. You don't see him shouting at Max Brosma, do you? Speaking of Justin Jefferson, go on.
No, I mean that was it. Really, it's just like he's definitely. It feels like he's definitely reaching a breaking point, but he hasn't shown it yet.
It does. But speaking of Justin Jefferson, the transition is moving us into the Commanders at the Vikings. I don't know who's going to be at the helm here, whether it's 9, whether it's JJ McCarthy, or whether it's going to be Max Brosma. I don't know who's starting this game, but it doesn't matter who's starting this game. Give me the Commanders. -1.5 is the spread. That seems ridiculous to me. The Commanders go out there, they win this game. I don't care what anyone has to say. The Vikings are in trouble. They really are. I called it at the start of the season. I said they would finish dead last in their division. They are currently 4-8, and they're about to have 9 losses with 9 as QB1. Crazy. Q, who have you got on this one?
I mean, obviously, it's got to be Commanders. I said last week that they were just not looking like an inspired football team, and boy, did they come out and prove me wrong this week. They were definitely playing with their hearts on fire. Mariota, with a great game. I don't know why the hell they were pronouncing his name like that, by the way, but I thought that was funny, especially watching the first half when they were doing that, and then just saying Mariota for the second half. That was very funny to me. But yeah, I thought they played a great game. And aside from like one boneheaded play from Mariota per week, it seems like he's done a fantastic job of trying to right the ship for the team without JD5. I can definitely see them getting the win over the Vikings. I don't know what is going on with the Vikings because you'd think it's so easy to be like, oh, I made it to the NFL. All I have to do is throw it to Justin Jefferson and he can do the rest. But apparently they can't even get that done. So things are just not looking good over there.
Yeah, you want to talk about the Titans, how they have no talent anywhere. You look at the Vikings, they have talent everywhere. The O-line, just all been paid. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. The defense, solid players over there. It's just that quarterback that, we saw with Sam Darnold last year, 14 wins, was it? Something like that. They've obviously broke him off because they wanted to keep the rookie contract, not pay a big boy quarterback, and that's just backfired on them completely. But it's still early for JJ. Don't count him out just yet. Give him the rest of the season. If he even does play this one, like he's still in concussion protocol, they probably should have put him in there from week 1. But Key, who are you picking in this game, bro?
I am also on the Commander win train. I just cannot get behind Nueve. I can't do it. He needs to come out with a new cool epic persona.
I think 9. I think he should leave the personas and yeah. I think he should just be JJ.
Yeah, that it makes more sense. Not everybody has to have a persona. You know what I mean? But I think the Vikings just came off a stinker. I think this one's going to be another stinker for them. I don't care who's at the helm. Commanders win.
Well, another stinky game coming up. It's a division matchup. Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. Jets 2.5 point underdogs. Miami has been on a roll, and you know everything's in my head just says pick the Dolphins to win and cover. But part of me wants to go Jets with Tyrod Taylor at the helm now. Why do we keep saying at the helm, by the way? I feel like all three of us have said at the helm like 17 times this episode. What does helm even mean?
All I said was Gunner Helm.
Yeah, true. That's
Helm,
probably
I'm
why
pretty
it
sure,
sounds like
is
it's been said so many times.
yeah.
Isn't Helm like the guy who holds the ropes of like a dog sled? I'm sure that's what it's called, or something along those lines.
What the fucking Metal Gear Solid?
It's like the driver. You know what I'm saying?
Helm
Yeah.
is the steering apparatus of a ship. That's what I actually thought it was. Like it's almost like a ship, like a pirate ship. You said some fucking crazy shit about fucking dog sled.
It's practically the same thing. He's steering the dogs.
He's got his dogs out and he's on a boat. Anyway, exactly. give me Jets plus 2.5. Give me Dolphins to win. Line? Give me Dolphins. I'm covering all bases here on the spread pick. Since we have our ESPN pick'em, you can join link down below. We do ours straight up money line, so I'm playing it safe on the money line picks because currently I am top of the league. I'm just saying. I'm also top of the fantasy league. I'm just saying. But on the spread picks, I compete against myself. And yeah, I hate myself, so I'm picking the Jets apparently. So give me Jets plus 2.5. Give me Dolphins money line. Who's next? I can't remember what order we're going in.
We were one illegal shift and a touchdown queue away from me defeating Scott, and me and Scott being tied for first. I hate it. Whatever Patriots player did the illegal shift, I hate you with all my feet. I don't know.
How many do you have?
Too many. Are we counting other people's? Sorry. Anyway,
yeah, he's like a serial killer, but his trophy is the feet. He cuts the feet off.
We mentioned Miami. Dexter Morgan.
I was about to say, like, Dexter has his slides. You just have like a box of feet, a shoebox, if you will.
Exactly. And speaking of Miami, I'm taking the Dolphins. I feel
like surprise.
Miami, they're such a hit and miss team. They've got Tua Tagovailoa, a QB, but then they've got Achan, one of the best running backs in the league this season. It's a very hard team to predict, but when you're coming up against the Jets, you know, I'm taking Miami.
I mean, they're on what, a 3-game winning streak, is it, since the bye? And they've got the Jets. It's a good spot for the Dolphins to win out the rest of the season. And the head coach, Mike, can't remember his last name. McDaniels. Isn't McDaniels someone else? Isn't there another McDaniels?
Probably somewhere in the world.
Yeah, there's Josh McDaniels, who's a coach for the Patriots.
That's it, the OC for the Patriots. That's who I was thinking of. Mike McCarthy. Yeah, give me Dolphins. Q. Who have you got, bro?
Oh man, I've been fighting back and forth with this pick, honestly, because this is such a point for the Jets to go host the game in the cold. Dolphins travel up in the cold. Historically, have never played well there. Jets coming off a good win. They're playing in their new rivalries, their Gotham City football jerseys. Everything looks like it's going to be going good for the Jets, but I still got a feeling in the back of my mind Dolphins are going to go in there and get business taken care of. So I'm going to go Dolphins in probably very low scoring, very gritty game.
You make a great point about the cold. Now I'm questioning everything. I'm taking Jets plus 2.5. Do I take Jets money line too? See, I picked last week the Titans and I picked the Browns. And I think because I'm top of the pick'em league, I'm making these picks because I'm like, I've got games to spare. If I lose this one, it don't matter. I'm thinking Jets money line. But then I look at the Jets and I think, like, talk about talent. Who do they even have? They traded fucking, what's his name? The receiver.
Yeah, Breece.
No, they didn't.
Breece Hall.
Yeah.
They've got fucking Garrett Wilson still. They still got him.
Yeah. They traded for John Mechie, but they got rid of Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams.
That's it. And fucking AD Mitchell as well. AD drop. Talk about people who drop. He had a good game last week though. Garrett Wilson's on IR. That's why I thought they traded him. He is out. It's just ugly. It's an ugly team, you know, especially Brees Hall. No, I'm playing. I don't know why I said that. Justin Fields, though. Anyway, sorry. Tyrod Taylor's at the helm, so I don't even know why we're talking about fucking Justin Fields. Give me Jets to win this game outright. Fuck it. Let me be the different guy. Let me swap that pick. Put the Jet right here, editor. Speaking to myself in third person. Chat, I think he's losing it. Let's move on to another 6 o'clock game now. New Orleans Saints at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, I think this is an obvious triple three-peat for the Bucks, but the spread is 8.5 points. I don't love it. The Buccaneers have not been showing me that they can cover spreads. Give me Saints plus 8.5. I hate that pick. Hate it. But I did take Tyler Shuff for over passing yards last week, and he hit. So give me Saints plus 8.5. Give me Buccaneers to win. Emeka Egbuka, anytime touchdown. Stay tuned for the pick 6 parlay coming at the end of the episode. Key, who have you got in this game?
Yeah, like you said, there should be a unanimous three-way pick. I think the Saints team does have its moments that they show potential, but I don't think there's enough of them. I feel like it's very few, and it's not looking good for them. So I think it should be a blowout win for the Buccaneers.
They didn't really make any moves, did they, in the trade deadline or anything like that? Like, you look at the Jets, they're obviously in a rebuild phase. They've traded away Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, getting first round picks, trying to, rebuild that team. The Saints don't really have that leverage to be like, oh, we'll give you this guy for this guy. I mean, they got rid of someone for a pick. Excellent fucking sports analysis there.
They traded away one of their tackles, Trevor Penning, to the Chargers, I believe.
There we go. They traded away a tackle. Electrifying stuff. They've got a rookie quarterback who's nearly the same age as Peyton Manning. Like, you know what I mean? Talk about a rookie. This guy's like fucking 40 years old. But he's not looking too bad that he went over 210 yards last week. Give me Saints and give me Q on the mic to make his pick.
Yeah, I'm rocking with the Buccaneers also. I think Kellen Moore has done a fantastic job coaching these Saints because there's just such little talent that I'm seeing on this team. You got AK-41, you got, is it Demario Davis, their linebacker, who's been excellent, but he's getting very old.
Yeah, he's nearly the same age as
but
Tyler
outside of
Shuff.
Yeah, outside of those guys and maybe Chris Olave as well, they don't really have a whole lot. So to just do so much with so little, even though their record's not really showing it, I think he's a great coach for him, especially if they can finally get out of this post Breeze depression. But yeah, I don't think it's going to happen against the Bucks. So give me the Buccaneers.
Well, moving on, we have a very tough division matchup here. Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Colts minus 1.5 point favorites, so it's basically just a pick 'em at this point. Both of these teams 8-4. Division matchup. The Colts off to an electrifying start. There's talks of Jonathan Taylor being the MVP. Danny Dimes turns into Indiana Jones. We want to talk about personas. There's some real personas right there. Colts, are they actually frauds? All of these wins at the start of the season, none of them were against division opponents. They had the Texans last week, they lost. They've got to play the Jags, I think, twice before the end of the season still. Or they've got to play multiple division games within a short amount of time at the end of this season. Are the Colts frauds? I don't know. But do you know what I will say? 8-4, Jacksonville Jaguars, they sound like frauds to me. How the fuck are they 8-4? Bum-ass team. Give me the Colts to win. Every time I pick the Colts this season, though, I feel like they've lost. I feel like all 4 of their losses have been when I've picked them. So, would not be surprised if Jacksonville get a win in Duval. Q, who are you picking?
I think the slide stops here for the Colts. I think this is where they finally get things turned around, start scheming up new stuff for Jonathan Taylor to get better looks more often, and I think the Colts are going to win this one. Like you said, the Jaguars have been very good this year, but I still don't really trust them a whole lot. I know I kind of go back and forth every week, and it's very reactionary. Like, they beat the Chiefs in prime time, and they've had a lot of other great games where they completely shut down the Chargers and stuff like that. But I believe in this Colts team more and more as the season goes on. Believe it or not, something about JT for MVP. I know he's been having little production these past few weeks because it's been the same thing that we've seen with like Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs, where everybody's like just stuff the box and dare the quarterback to beat you. But I think for the most part earlier in the season, Daniel Jones was able to do that. And if they can give Jonathan Taylor better looks, I think that opens up the passing game more as well. So give me Colts in this one.
Something interesting to point out before Key, you make your pick. On the pick'em, it's 56% Colts, 44% Jags. But on the spread pick'em, when it's 1.5 points, it's 56% Jags, 44% Colts. So money line, it's leaning Colts, but on a 1.5 point spread, it's leaning Jags. Kind of crazy. 1.5 points. How much of a difference would that actually make in this game? Who you picking, Key? With Jonathan Taylor in your fantasy team?
Well, like you guys said, it's 2 8-4 teams lining up against each other. We've got the Colts QBs playing with a fibula injury, limiting his mobility, and we've got the Jags QB Trevor Lawrence playing with incredible hair. So it makes it a hard choice for me, guys. But there's always one guy that sways my vote. JT, he's my guy. This guy's incredible. He's elite, and this screams like a Colts W, and I'm listening. Give me the Colts.
It's been a few weeks, I feel, since he scored as well, hasn't it? I want to see that celebration come back. Jonathan Taylor's celebration is contagious. Speaking of celebrations, Cam Bynum, he cooks every week. I don't know how he does it, but he always has a celebration stored. He got another interception last week, didn't he? And, man, this Jacksonville team, I thought you were going to say their QB was playing with an injury too, a facial injury, but you didn't go that way. You complimented his hair. So, yeah, we'll do that. And that's 3 for the Colts, isn't it? Let's move on. Another division game at 6 p.m. on Sunday. A much better slate already. Fucking hell, how many games are there at 6? Okay, there's 2 more. Steelers at Ravens. Give me the Ravens. Steelers suck. Derrick Henry, run the same play with him 26 times, and they couldn't stop James Cook. Let's see if you can stop Derrick Henry. Will he fumble it before you can even stop the play? Who knows? Both 6-6. This is the game that decides fucking who goes top of the division. Ravens bouncing back after a bum-ass Bengals team last week. I can't fucking believe they lost that game. Ruined Thanksgiving. Yeah, give me Ravens. Okay.
You know, it seems we say it every week. I feel like since he's come back, it feels like Lamar's just not back. It just feels like he's still this shell of a man. He's not the same guy we see making these elite plays, these elite runs, these elite throws. But I was recently drafted as a quarterback to the Pittsburgh Steelers on my Madden 26 career, and I just want to say, Aaron Rodgers, I understand it now. It's a tough task. Even one of the GOATs can't do it, and also Aaron Rodgers can't. I'm taking the Ravens.
Fairs, you quarterback?
Yeah.
Did you just say? Oh, nice. Because you did running back career mode last year, innit? So
Yeah.
Q
Got me joke.
Case
I don't think Scott.
I did with the 2 goals. I laughed at that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'll let you off then.
You'll see it in the edit. If you even watch this far into the video.
Yeah.
I watched last week's. What the hell?
It's about damn time. 13 weeks in, you finally watched one, Q.
All right. Yeah, I'm going Ravens as well. I think both these teams are struggling way more than they were anticipating at this point in the season. Lamar still hasn't looked 100% ever since returning from injury. Starting to wonder, like, if he's like definitely there feels like there's something still lingering there, and if he got rushed back too soon, because I know whenever you're like in the second quarter of the season, everything's like, oh man, we got to get everybody back so we can be ready for like mid-season or whatever. But I think you got to keep these guys off the field a little bit longer to make sure they're 100% healthy. I've seen it time and time again where guys are rushed back, get injured again, or just look like a shell of themselves because they're not 100%, and that ends up hurting the team even worse than it would have if they had just sat out another game or two. So that being said, I think the Ravens definitely still have more talent than the Steelers. It's definitely going to be a defensive battle, I feel like, especially with how these offenses have both been playing. But like you said, if you're going to let James Cook run on you like that, how's the King going to fare? So, yeah, give me Ravens.
Saying that, the Ravens played the Bengals last week, who had the worst rush defense in the league, and King Henry didn't go that crazy. I just want to point out, Lamar has not thrown for a passing touchdown in 3 weeks now. Can he rectify that against a bum-ass Steelers defense? Also, very important for the AFC North division rankings. Obviously, Ravens lost last week against the Bengals. Got to play the Steelers this week, division opponents. The Bengals the week after, division opponents. And week 18, you've got to play the Steelers again, division opponents. So, big games coming up for the Ravens. And like you said, you want to be carrying momentum into the playoffs. It's all good starting hot in the season. Look at the Colts. But if you head towards the playoffs in like a rut, like the Colts are doing, it's not good. So hopefully, this is the point where the Ravens can find some momentum. And Lamar Jackson, I've had you in fantasy football, bro. You were my first overall pick in the first round. And you have given me in the last 3 weeks minus 0.28 points, okay, against the Browns, 6.22 points against the Jets, and 3.54 points against the Bengals. You're getting dropped this week in fantasy football. I hope he bounces back. And this is the point where I can say, okay, he got 35 points on my bench, but I don't care. At least Lamar's back. I hope he gets some passing touchdowns, turns back into the throwiness Jackson, as I like to call him. But he's getting benched this week. So, Lamar, step up your game, mate. Ravens, by the way, minus 5.5 points on the spread. Give me Ravens to win and cover. We move into another game where the spread is minus 5.5. This time, it's another AFC North team, Cincinnati Bengals, going up against Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Don't know what the weather report's looking like, but doesn't Buffalo usually snow around this time of year? Have we got snow weather yet? Are we about to see one of these Josh Allen snow games? Dion Dawkins, you already snow? I don't know what the weather report is, but give me Bengals plus 5.5. I've got Bills money line, but I'm leaning Bengals. I'm not going to lie. Joe Burrow is back. Joe Shiesty, as they call him. And he might need a Shiesty in the cold in Buffalo. I don't like Buffalo. I've said it every single week, every single episode. They don't show me anything where I go, hey, that's a good team that can win the Super Bowl. You know? Oh, Josh Allen has nearly 100 rushing touchdowns. I don't care. From the 1 yard line, I could get in the end zone from the 1 yard line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, probably couldn't. It'd be very hard still. But, Q, enlighten us with some facts on this game.
Yeah. Well, I think the Bills have a very interesting winning formula, if you can even call it that, this year. Their first half strategy is to just kind of fart around and do whatever. And then their second half strategy is to lock in and pray to God that they have enough momentum to win the game. We've seen it time and time again with the Ravens in week 1, and even like games like the Steelers just last week, where it was what, like 7-7 or 10-7 or something low scoring like that at the end of the first half, and then Buffalo's able to just pile it on going into the second half, finishing out the game. If the Bills can get a good start, I think they'll win. But I'm actually rocking with the Bengals on this one. I think Joe Burrow, coming back from injury, he's been playing pretty good. And this Bills team, they have a good record. They have a good team, but there's something about them that I just can't trust on on both sides of the ball. Defense has not always been consistent. Josh Allen, he's gotten shut down a couple times, and if this Bengals defense can finally start emerging, almost like how we've seen the Cowboys finally turn things around, I think they're going to be very scary, especially when we're getting so close to the playoffs. So give me the Bengals in this one.
Something to note real quick, talking about how the Bengals suck on defense. I was going to say Bengals suck D. That's kind of crazy. Bengals D sucks. The Bengals defense is arse, is what I'm trying to say. They played well last week against the Ravens. Was that a fluke? Was it a one-off? I've just checked the sports books. James Cook, for his prop rushing yards, is over under 99.5. So Vegas is predicting a 100-yard game on the ground for James Cook. Like I say, I don't know the weather yet, but if it's a cold, snowy, or even just a cold fucking day, they're just going to feed James Cook again. Give him like 25 fucking carries. Do what the Niners do and just beat people by volume. Just keep feeding your running back. Even though he had like 20 carries for like 30 yards last week, your guy. But anyway, I'm not here to dog on the Niners. We haven't got to their game yet. Key, who are you picking in this one? Bengals against the Bills.
I hate to say it, Scott, but we're not going to get to a Niners game this week.
Why?
It's a bye week.
Thank God for that. Don't have to talk about this whack team.
Sad. It's sad. Anyway, I thought I was going to be different. I thought I was going to be like, oh, I'm taking the Bengals. You guys have both took the Bills. But instead, I've also taken the Bengals. What sold me was last week's O-line. Did you guys see any of like the stats or anything on the O-line? So from 250 pass snapping blocks, they allowed 2 pressures
250?
on the QB.
They
That's
didn't
what
have
it said.
250 plays last week.
I don't know. That's what I
Well, there's
read.
5 guys to play. I think that's probably what they're trying to say.
Yeah. But 2 pressures they allowed on Shiesty. So that was what was swaying me. And of course, Shiesty starting a QB this week for me. We're so with it. We're so there. Cincinnati, count me in. I am there.
To counter your logic, the Ravens haven't been great at pressuring the quarterback this season. The Buffalo Bills, however, have one of the Bosa brothers, and he killed Aaron Rodgers last week. He folded him in half like a fucking deck chair. So could that make the difference? I like that we're all hot on the Bengals, though. Like, say, I haven't decided my money line pick. I've got Bengals plus 5.5. Like, for the sake of the show, give me Bills money line because I want to make it different, even though I've gone Bengals on the spread. But just to spice it up a bit, make it seem like we're not just making these picks beforehand in the group chat and all agreeing. Someone's got to be different. Let it be me. Let's move into a game where I think I'm going to be different again. Probably not, but it's the Broncos against the Raiders division game. The spread is 7.5. Give me Broncos to win. They somehow, some way, always find a way to win. Raiders, the worst team in the league, but give me Raiders plus 7.5 on the spread. I think the Broncos suck. I'm saying it right now. I don't care that they are 10-2, and I'm saying that they suck. They're the most ugly 10-2 team I've ever seen. I don't understand it. You have. Let me not even say that. That was going to be a bad joke. I probably would have had to cut out. In fact, let me just say it anyway. You ever been in a club? You see a figure from behind. You see the cheeks there. Ice Spice, pre-Ozempic. I'm talking cheeks. Like Bengals defense level of cheeks. Then they turn around. Hulk Hogan in the face. Mustache. It's crazy. Not what you expected to see from behind. That's what the Broncos are like. 10-2. Big cheeks. But then the way they play. Actual cheeks. Don't know how they're 10-2. Give me the Raiders plus 7.5. Q, who you picking in this game?
You lost me at you ever been in the club?
Hey, I don't go with the club either. That was just an analogy.
Yeah. I think this is finally where we're going to start to see something different because I swear every year these Raiders beat somebody who they're not supposed to in their division. And I think it's going to be this Broncos team. I think the Raiders, they've definitely had some of their moments where you're like, what the hell is going on there? But when they're good and playing decent ball, you can really see the future of the team. Like when they got Ashton Genty going a couple times last week, they got Brock Bowers finally going again. They have some great pieces. I think if they can get those 2 guys going, they can win this game for sure. So in a crazy upset, give me the Raiders on this one.
Okay.
I mess with the Q, I really do. But that doesn't mean I'm joining you. I think this is an easy one. I think we see some Broncos wins, some Geno picks, and I just want Brock Bowers out of there. Honestly, I feel bad for the guy. I really do. Broncos by 20.
That's crazy. 20. This Broncos team, man, they just don't convince me at all. I think Bo Nix was thrown for 300 yards twice this season. That's it. One of them was an overtime game last week.
Yeah, all I'm saying is last time these 2 teams played, it was 7-10, so the Raiders were right there the entire game.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying 7.5 points on the spread is too much. Give me the Raiders to cover that. but I'm still not convinced they win outright, so I'm going Broncos to keep my picks safe. But I do see where you're coming from, Q. Because if this offense shits the bed again, the Broncos, like they have done all season, and I feel like anytime I pick the Broncos to cover a spread, they never do. So I'm just hating for real. I'm also hating on Troy Franklin. He let me down last week. I had him over 47 yards. He got like 23. Everything else on the parlay hit. Would have been a nice payday for a man who's not getting sick pay from his work, but he's still gambling. But speaking of gambles, another division game coming up. A lot of divisional matchups here towards the end of the season. We've got the Chicago Bears against the Green Bay Packers. Q, I'm going to let you kick it off. The Packers, minus 6.5 point favorites. That's a whole touchdown. That's kind of crazy. Or is it? Packers at home. What's the weather like? How's Jordan Love taste?
Very good. I think obviously the biggest defect of this Packers team is going to be the loss of Devontae Wyatt. He is incredible against the run. He was injured earlier in the year, and every week he was out. That's what teams attacked against us, was just the run, the run, the run. I know Micah Parsons' whole deal is, oh, he's not great against the run, but you're also putting in him up against some of the best backs in the league, like Jahmyr Gibbs twice a year and things like that. But yeah, Kyle Monangai, I think he is probably going to have a good game. But even if these Bears guys are going to have great individual performances, I don't think it's going to be enough to stop the Packers. Obviously, I got to stick with my team. I'm hoping Jordan Love, it's Toyota-thon. He's going to go off again. It's going to be a great game in just another classic clash in the greatest rivalry in the NFL.
Key, who are you leaning for this one?
Like Q said, this is a big one. This is a big one for him. Of course, being a Packers fan, hating the Bears. I feel like that's every week. He seems to let us know that he hates the Bears, and I respect it. I really do. It's like Scott with the Niners. You have to put it out there. But I feel like if Q hasn't convinced you to take the Packers, then you can't convince you to do nothing. Honestly, this guy could convince me to run through a wall, even though I just built it. You know what I'm saying? And with my guys having a bye week this week, rather than being a 2% cheesehead, I am this week only a 100% cheesehead. Word to Vince Lombardi. Give me the Packers.
I like it, man. If the Packers win as well, they move top of the division, I believe. Because they'll move to 9-3-1. The Bears will be 9-4. We did the maths earlier with the Cowboys. I think you'll go top of the division. So, a big game here for the Packers. You want to talk about running through walls that you've just built? Whereabouts did you build this wall, Key? And did you happen to paint it or anything? Speaking of
no.
running through walls, right? A man who could make me run through a wall is Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson's come into the Chicago Bears and he's completely changed the culture. You see that video of him on the weekend with his top off in the changing rooms, getting the boys pumped up. I don't know what the chant is, best of the rest or something like that. Bears are the best, whatever the chant is. I like this Bears team, bro. I'm not even going to lie to you. Caleb Williams is balling out this season. They've got two backs, which I think is very useful in this league to have two good backs. Look at like the Lions, you know, they can switch in those two backs there. Even the Falcons have two good backs that they can use. DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai. I don't know how this Kyle Monangai fell to the 7th round. He is a talent, bro. This guy is good. They've got two good tight ends as well. Cole Kmet, Colson Loveland, and Loveland hasn't even really been going that much, but they're getting him going. The wideouts, I like them as well, bro. I like everything about this Bears team. They've got vets on the O-line to keep Micah Parsons away. He can run the ball with two backs. You just seen it against the Eagles. Then they can hit you and play action with these good receivers and the tight ends. Give me the Bears to win this game. I'll hold my hands up and say sorry to the Packers next week. I feel like I always pick against the Packers, but Jordan Love, he cooked last week, but every other game I've watched of him this season, maybe it's not just him, it's the offense in general, hasn't really been doing it for me, but last week he cooked. Can he cook against this Bears defense, which leads the league in turnovers? I was going to say takeaways. That still works, but when I say takeaway, I think of getting food and bringing it home. The Bears defense, is that turnover ratio sustainable? Will Jordan Love try airing it out to some of these guys who have the most interceptions in the league this season. I don't know, 6.5 points again in a division game. That's too much. Give me the Bears on the spread. Give me Bears to win outright. I can see this being, even if the Packers win, like 24-21 little field goal win. You know what I mean? 6.5 points in a division matchup. I think the Bears are getting disrespected here with this line. Give me the 9-3 Chicago Bears. The 9-3 Bears. The Bears are cooking. The Patriots are cooking. The Broncos are cooking. What year is this? Did you see someone said like fucking
2010, I hope.
someone said like Patrick Mahomes got beaten in the Super Bowl and it's ruined the timeline or something like that. It's messed up the timeline. Now everything's fucking going crazy. Speaking of big spreads though, moving into the last game of the late slate here on Sunday. It's not the last game. Ignore me. Take two. Speaking of big spreads in the NFL though, the LA Rams coming off a loss against the bum-ass Carolina Panthers. I need to stop calling them bum-ass. They're a good team. I'm sorry, Panthers fans. If you had 150,000, I'm putting it on the Rams to win and cover in this game against the Cardinals. It's 8.5 points. That's a big spread, and the Cardinals can stick around in games. We've seen it this season. They somehow just stick around, bro. They're like a fly on the wall that you just can't get rid of sometimes. At home, I can see them staying in it. I can see Trey McBride having another insane game, best tight end in the league this season. But give me Rams to win and cover. Q, who you picking?
Same team and for same reasons, really. This definitely does feel like there's potential for the Rams to start slipping up a bit. And the Cardinals have been in almost every single game this year, but I still think the Rams have the better talent. I know you talked a little bit earlier how you'd still take the Cowboys receiver room, which I'm not going to argue, it's a good room. But you got Puka and Devontae Adams, who Devontae's like 33 now, something like that. You'd think he'd start declining. He's still as explosive as ever. You talk about you're not phased by these 1 yard touchdown runs or receptions. Do you know how hard it is to get separation from 1 yard out when the defender can sit right on top of you on the goal line at 33 years old? I think that's a little bit disrespectful, but yeah, I'm going Rams.
I mean, it's the same with Josh Allen's 1 yard touch pushes. It's like, I mean, you're 1 yard out. I'm not moved. It's like Devontae Adams. He leads the league
not the same
in touchdowns or something. It's like, bro, from 1 yard out. You know what I mean?
Nobody's pushing Devontae Adams into the end zone.
Nah,
He's exploding off the line by himself.
My argument was in terms of wide receiver rooms, who you're taking. I know he's still like he's a good like threat in the middle of the field and whatever, but I see Puka like CD. I'd compare them to. You can move them around, you can play them outside the numbers, play them in the slot in motion. So that's the matchup there, Puka and CD. On the other side, George Pickens versus Devontae Adams. Look at the season George Pickens is having this year. Give me George Pickens or Devontae Adams any day, and that's not even me being biased. GP is showing he deserves to be paid big bucks, and I will cry, honestly, if he leaves the Cowboys. I hope Jerry breaks him off, but we'll discuss that later on.
I definitely think they're probably the top two rooms in the league, though, for right now anyway.
Yeah, because I was going to say before when we mentioned it, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but I feel like they haven't really been cooking this year. I know they've had quarterback problems, but they ain't really been doing it. Someone who has been doing it though, Trey McBride. Do you think he can make a difference in this game, Key? Who is your pick and why?
Yeah, so this one's more of a personal one for me, with it being the NFC West. We've got the leader of the pack versus the runt. It's a bit of a stinky one to pick, with me hating both teams. But like you said, I'm taking the Rams wide receiver room over the Cowboys. I think they have the best in the league, honestly. But I feel like at this point against the Cardinals, you could have the Nameless picks cast at wide receiver. You could have me and Q playing wide receiver, Scott playing tight end, and we're winning.
Why am I the tight end?
Take it. You're taller. Got to.
That's good points. I did start my career as a wideout when I was a kid,
exactly.
but I was fat, so they moved me to the line.
Me and Q are two shifty lads. You're a little taller, a little stockier. You know what I mean? You've got it.
Wow, you just call me fat Q.
I think, although Matt
just
GPT,
more to love.
it's always back to Jordan Love. It's always back to Pookie. Gosh. But
Love that guy.
although Matt Stafford's proved that he's human from last week, I still think they take the win. He's gonna be back to normal form, MVP form. They take the win. Rams win.
I've got to give a shout out to Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know how the fuck he suited up and played last week after getting appendix surgery, bro, because I'm still written off from mine, and I'm like 2.5 weeks in to recovery. I don't know how the fuck he's playing in an NFL game. I mean, like I said last week with it, I'm sure he's got some kind of totally legal non-steroid drugs that they're pumping him with, because he's worth millions of dollars. I'm worth fuck all to my company that I work for. Evidently, by the fact they're not even paying me while I'm off sick. You know what I mean? But that's a topic for another day. I'll see you in court. Yeah, this is a division game. I forgot about that. So I'm saying before, 6.5 points is too much in a division game. 8.5 points is kind of crazy. Give me Rams, but give me Cardinals on a spread to stick around in this game. Jacoby Brissett to air it out for 55 pass attempts this game. I fucking hate that pick. I'm not gonna lie. Cardinals on the spread, hate it. Yeah, let me switch back to the Rams. I don't care that it's a division game. Let's be quiet though and move in to the final game on Sunday night. A rematch of the Christmas Day game. No. They played last year. Was it Thanksgiving they played? Texans against the Chiefs.
Can't remember.
Texans against the Chiefs. They played last year. Tank Dell snapped his leg in 5 places. It was that game. Texans 3.5 point underdogs. Chiefs at home -3.5. Chiefs are 6-6. It's kind of crazy what's going on right there. Texans defense going absolutely berserk. Word to guts. And Griffith, Q, who are you picking in this game?
You know, the Texans defense have just proven time and time again this season that they're an elite unit. But if there's not a fire lit under the Chiefs' ass this game, I don't think anything will light them up the rest of the season. I think this is definitely a must-win game if they want to make it to the playoffs at all. They're at home. They have everything on their side. They need this win if they want to get into the playoffs. And I think we talked about it before. We thought it might start with Dallas. Didn't turn out that way. It's going to have to start here if they need to start their crawl back to the playoffs. So give me the Chiefs and what's probably going to be a nail biter. Probably going to be some ref ball in there. But I think it's still going to be a good game nonetheless.
Key, who have you got in this game? We've spoke earlier, by the way, about the Chiefs in 1-score games. I think they're 1-5 this season in 1-score games, something like that. 3.5 point spread. Can you see them winning by this close margin, or have you got the Texans?
So a little stat for you: the Chiefs have actually lost 3 of the last 4, while the Texans have won 4 in a row. And I think it's gonna be a great game, like Q said. I think this is the point where the Chiefs turn it around. We say it every couple of weeks or every few games in a row. But what better way to start it than snapping a 4-game winning streak against one of the best defenses in the league, and get Pat Mahomes back on track, get him flying, get him going, get Rashee Rice flying, get my fantasy flying. I'm gonna be watching this one. I'm taking the Chiefs.
Oh, this is such a tough game to pick. I'm checking the injury list right now. The Chiefs have a guard and their rookie tackle questionable for this game. You can't afford to have injuries on the O-line against this Texans D-line. That could be the deciding factor here. However, it's not like you're going up against Jared Goff or Joe Flacco in the pocket. You're going up against Patrick Mahomes, who has the ability to extend plays, improvise, throw underhand pitches, unlike Max Brosmer. I'm going Chiefs, but I would not be surprised. This is not one of those games where if the Texans win, I'm like shocked. Panthers beat the Rams, I'm shocked by that. If the Texans win here, I'm not surprised. And like I say, it's a bit of a revenge game, because I think it was Thanksgiving last year. The Chiefs played the Texans. It wasn't Christmas Day because the Texans played the Ravens. I remember that vividly because Lamar Jackson broke my heart in that game when I had his jersey on and I needed 6 more yards from him, and he fucking sat out the 4th quarter because we were whooping ass. But yeah, like you say, if the Chiefs want to make the playoffs, they have to win, and they all know that. But I think the Chiefs are low-key washed and chopped and unk at this point. The defense isn't showing me anything that's quite scary. The offense, I'm still like, yeah, they're getting Rashee Rice cooking every week, but the running game is basically non-existent. I know they fed Kareem Hunt the other week for like 30 carries, but I'm not scared by Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. I'm sorry, doesn't frighten me as a running room. Give me the Chiefs to win. No, I've literally just my whole reasoning was that the Texans are better, and I've just said give me the Chiefs. But that's just how this sport works. Give me the Chiefs, and let's move in to our final game of the week. Bum-ass Eagles against the bum-ass Chargers. Key, you can kick us off because I don't like either of these teams. Eagles 2.5-point favorites heading into this. Justin Herbert might be getting surgery on his hand. Don't know if he's going to play or not in this game. Who are you picking in this game, Key?
Yeah, Justin Herbert being questionable, Joe Alt being on IR. If he does play, Justin Herbert, I can't see him lasting long. I feel like if he's getting hit after hit after hit, obviously having a broken hand, it's gonna be smelly, it's gonna be sore, it's gonna hurt. I think the Eagles wipe the floor with the Chargers. I think we see a Jalen Hurts whopping 28 passing yards, and an Eagles win.
Fairs, Q.
Yeah, every time I feel like I feel like I start getting high on this Chargers team. They always let me down. Like the second I start believing in this team, they let me down again. And I watched them last week, and I started believing a little bit. So surely we know what that's gonna lead to. So yeah, give me the Eagles in this one. They need to get their offense sorted out. They got it a little bit sorted out against the Bears, but it just wasn't enough at all. I think against this Chargers team, they can really start to get that going again. So give me Eagles on this one.
There's absolutely nothing in this game that makes me want to watch it. There's not a single player on either team that I think I want to tune into this game to see. I think using logic, I think the Eagles win this game and they cover a 2.5-point spread. I think the Eagles pass rush manages to get home on Justin Herbert or whoever plays at quarterback, and the Eagles go ahead and win the game. But then my heart is saying you need the Eagles to lose every game they play because fuck Philly, fuck the Eagles. Cowboys are going to win the division. Hard Knocks has just started, by the way, as well, for the mid-season Hard Knocks. Can't wait to watch that tonight. Can't wait to see some Jameis Winston action. I know he's got a lot of camera time. That should be absolute cinema. Him and Dak being very close friends. I'm a Cowboys fan. I want to pick against the Eagles, but for the sake of the show, for the sake of records, give me the Eagles to win and cover. But that just means if my pick loses, I can still be happy because it means the Eagles lost. But like I say, the offense is ugly. The defense is looking quite ugly right now. It's just like men and women in Philadelphia, both sides of the ball, ugly, you know? I've never been to Philadelphia, never met anyone from them. This is all just jokes from a Cowboys fan. Philly fans, don't hate me. Don't attack me. I don't want your ugly hands touching me. But yeah, give me the Eagles to win. No, they've got to find some sort of groove and rhythm. And the Hard Knocks slate has an episode coming out for Wildcard Weekend and the divisional round of the playoffs. So that means the Cowboys or the Eagles are going to be in the wildcard. The script has been revealed. Why would they be making an episode about Wildcard Weekend if neither of those two teams are in the wildcard? That doesn't make sense to me. Because we know for a fact the Commanders aren't going to be in the wildcard round. And we know for a fact, I'm sorry, Tom, the bum-ass Giants are not making the wildcard round. In fact, haven't the Giants been eliminated officially from the playoffs?
They were the first team eliminated. Yep.
There we go. And Jackson Dart nearly got eliminated from the planet against the Patriots. You see that hit from Ellis? Man. Anyway, yeah, Eagles. That was a funny segment. Give me the Eagles to win and cover, though. And that brings an end to our Week 14 picks. Now, before we head off, we need to make our pick 6 parlay where the boys pick 2 anytime touchdown scorers each. And we parlay those to try and win a bit of money on the weekend. Gamble responsibly. This is all for entertainment. Who wants to kick us off? Key, we normally start with you, bro, because you're normally the guy who has his picks prepped. So I'm going to throw it to you.
So last week, I both of my picks scored. We actually were 3 and 6, Both of Q's missed.
3 and 6.
One
We
of
pick 9.
Scott's. Yeah, three of 6. One of yours scored. Scott, both of mine scored. Rishi Rice and Ladidi McConkey.
That is true.
So I want to try and continue that streak. So my picks are not they're not obvious, but they're not not obvious. You know what I mean?
Here we
And
go.
I wanted to go first because I know Scott would take one of mine, and I think Q might have took the other one. I'm taking Emeka Egbuka.
As you said earlier in the show, that's my pick.
I had it written down.
I don't care. I said it in the show.
I did it last night.
All right, go on then.
It's my pick.
All right, go on.
And Jameer Gibbs, the big Gibber.
We don't do
Gibber.
Thursday games because the video might not be out by then. But okay, you can have it if you want. You just
I'll
can't.
pick
Just
someone else.
We did
audience,
Thanksgiving
audience.
last
You
week.
can't follow along.
You li-
Audience.
You
It's a
literally
shame.
you did DeAndre Hopkins a few weeks ago.
That was weeks ago.
You
All right, whatever. You can have it. You can have it. Whatever. Q, who have you got?
All right. Obviously, I've totally thought about this before. Looking at the games, though, I can definitely see Quinshon Judkins running in for a touchdown against the bum-ass Titans, and I think we're finally going to see JT get things going again against the Jaguars, opening things up for him. I think he's due for a score. W due for a win. So give me Judkins and Taylor.
Jesus Christ. If you put £10 on Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown, you get £14 back. So the bookies are on your side, Q, saying he is going to score this week, no matter what. Give me a Emeka Egbuka anytime touchdown. So that's going to be a 2-piece for Egbuka since Q wants to ruin the show. So we're going a 2-piece for Egbuka this week. And my other pick is going to be another divisional game. I'm going to take Brock Bowers to score against the Broncos. Don't know where that came from or why. I should probably go for a wideout for the Raiders to score against, I was going to say Randy Moss. Definitely not Randy Moss. It's Riley Moss. He shares the same first initial and the same last name, but unfortunately, he's not as good as the OG. He's ass. But I'm going to go Brock Bowers. He got 2 last
so
week.
bad for him.
It is what it is, man. You know, if you got PS2 on the other side, it's going to be tough competition. You're going to get targeted. And he's white, which doesn't help him play in his position. How many white DBs have we seen that end up being sensational? You know, it's not really our story, you know. But yeah, there's the pick 6.
I'll change my Egbuka just in case any fans wanna come along. Give me Achan.
So you just copying me from last week, okay?
No.
Who did I pick last week? I picked Achan, and who was the one that lost? I picked Achan last week, and he got in. I picked George Pickens. It was Pickens on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucking. We don't pick Thursday games.
Well, usually the episodes go up on Thursday, but Thanksgiving, because it was then, I wanted to get it out on the Wednesday. But there we have it. There's our, pick 6. Can't believe Key would pick my guy, but it is what it is. I actually like this. Looking at this on paper, this looks good to me because anytime the Browns get in the red zone, they're running a Wildcat set with Judkins, which fucking pisses me off. They just don't want Shador to get the stats. I think Jameer Gibbs, he needs to get fed against the Cowboys. That's their key to success. Jameer Gibbs is their key, but then watch them run David Montgomery inside zone or fucking halfback dive for the whole game, and it's just not going to get them anywhere. But I think it'll be a receiving touchdown as well for Gibbs. If we want to add a bit more spice in there, I think it'll be a receiving touchdown that he gets. But anyway, I like it. I like the pick 6. I like my picks for the week. £5 returns £222. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. That's a waste of a $5 though. And yeah, anything to add, boys?
I was watching last week's video back, and when we got to the pick 6 parlay, when I said the Didi McConkey, you were like, I don't like it. And then I said Rashid Rice, you were like, I just don't like it.
Wasn't it Rice first? I swear you said Rice first, and I went, I hate it. Yeah. I said that because I said that to be fair because he was playing the Cowboys. I just didn't want him to score because he was playing us. I was like, fucking hate it. But it was good picks, man. That was good picks. Maybe what I should start doing is splitting our picks into 3 parlays, like 2 legs each, and put 5 on each of them. So instead of losing £5 every week on the pick 6 parlay, I lose £15 every week. Q, anything to add before we sign off though? Gamble responsibly, and it's all for fun and entertainment. I am joking, of course. No.
Not really. I mean, I was rewatching the video from last week and I saw the comments popping off a little bit, so I love to see that. I love to have everybody engaging. I'm glad that we can put this on for you guys, and I hope to see you guys in this one and everyone continuing from here. So fun to do it, so fun to see you guys there, and it's just a great time.
For sure, and the comments were absolutely glazing you last week, Q, as well. I'm sure you noticed. They were like,
everybody loving on Q.
Yeah, I mean that might be part of it, but you know, happy that they're here.
Someone called you Unk,
When's that
but
happened?
aren't we all the same age? I swear we're all the same age.
It's crazy.
I'm the I'm the youngest one here.
There we have it. Unk. Unk and washed. But, oh man, that was so funny. Someone said Unk at the bottom is my favorite. I'm like, Unk, that is fucking funny.
Unk is so good, man.
But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of the Nameless NFL Show. If you have watched this far, make sure to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments who is your favorite host of the show. Who do you think is going to win their pick 6 picks this week? And yeah, comment anything that you want, because it helps us in the algorithm. Give us hype points as well. That's a new thing on YouTube, and it helps in the algorithm. Give us some hype. But yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes. We'll catch us next time. Take it easy, people, man. Can't believe you picked the Mecha Ibuka key when I literally said it in the show. I said that's my pick.
You know
later
what it
on.
was? You know, each week I like to look through our teams on the fantasy every like Tuesday night when I do my notes, and I was looking through and I was like, I like Ibuka because he's only projected like 12 points.
Yes.
And I was thinking, I like that though against his matchup. I like him getting a touchdown. So I thought, I'll put it down. I'll be first, and I'll just take him.
That's why you put your hand up as well to fucking jump in.
Yeah.
You're not going first next week.
I mean, I'm first. Wow,
yeah, next week you're going last next week. So
like next week's gonna be CMC. No, that's
yeah, not putting that on.
Yeah, that'll be free. That'll be free. You know, I'm really glad I've been keeping my own track of the show, because ESPN sucks ass and just fucks things up half the time. Because I know on the ESPN app you're winning, Scott, but right now I got the record of everybody's picks during the actual show, and we're tied right now. So it's getting real close down to the wire.
Oh yeah, because you messed up some of your picks. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm looking at the spreadsheet and it's saying
someone didn't change them as well.
No, it's because Q forgot to lock in a few weeks.
I messed up 2 picks, but you've also picked the Texans to win when you didn't mean to, and swapped to the Vikings against the Bengals, and some other shenanigans in there.
What can you say?
You know, I mean, perfect app, obviously. Come sponsor us if you want to, but yeah, it's good to keep track of things.
So in your notes, Q, who's last?
If we're tied, what do you think that means?
Well, Tom's part of the group as well.
Yeah, but Tom doesn't make his picks
Well,
on
I mean,
on the show. That's
yeah,
what
it doesn't matter who's last in the league on your notes. I just want you to read out the stats. I'm just asking because I don't know the stats. I don't have them in front of me.
Yeah, well, I mean, you and I are 126, 67 and 1, and Key is 121, 72 and 1. So we're only separated by 5.
You're giving me 126.
Yeah,
I'm 128 on the app.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not taking wins off me.
Fucked up.
You're not taking wins off me.
He took 2 wins. He took 2 wins because you said on the show the Texans and then picked the Vikings or something like that.
No, the Bengals Vikings one I changed before kickoff, which is perfectly legal. That's not an illegal shift. It is. That's a fine legal motion. That's the Landry shift. That's the Tom Landry shift.
The game I love.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Okay, first charge, time out of the half. Did you answer the question? Who's last?
Me.
It's Key.
This guy. Anyway, well, my app does not lie. My app says that I'm winning, and I'm the best, and I'm the tallest, and I'm the strongest, and I'm the throwingest Jackson.
You got the biggest head.
And my app also says on my spread picks, I'm 64 to 66. Yikes. No wonder I have no money.
They're just trying to break three kings up. Honestly, we're like a
Yeah.
pack of lions. You know what I mean? There's never really three men.
Is what?
But what are you? Nothing.
3 men? I don't know what he's talking about. Not my game.
We're the we're the three wise men, and this motherfucker's bringing gold. Fucking, we got frankincense and myrrh. I thought we agreed on this
Yeah.
before.
3 white men, and we
Why
got
did they-
Frankenstein over there.
Why? Wow, that's mean right there.
It's not Frankenstein's the doctor.
A monster.
No, Frankenstein's monster is the monster. Frankenstein himself is just a regular looking guy. He's
fair.
actually Oscar Isaac, who's quite a handsome man, but I've heard that he gets touchy-feely with his co-workers. In fact, so that's literally you.
Only you, Scott. God.
Anyway,
Why did they bring May to see a child?
the child said he was a
So
fan of
that-
Impractical Jokers. Come on, that was a good one. Fuck's sake.
Can we please keep that in for like the after credits thing?
Absolutely, this is all Marvel movie post-credit scene stuff right here. Oh,
didn't wanna
Spotify
drop
Wrapped
the
is
goat.
out.
Fuck off. Should we all have a look?
It's time for your 2025 Wrapped. Let's do a live reaction. I bet you this is all going to be AI generated and it's going to be complete shite. Mine's going to be, I can predict mine already. It's going to be My Chemical Romance, Fontaine's DC, Violent Virus probably going to be in there.
I have a chemical romance with this guy. It's called being a Packers fan.
You
Ayo.
listened for 26,000 minutes. That's 18 days.
Jesus.
Nice. That's not
I
a lot.
listened for 60,000 minutes.
I know, but you're constantly got music on the go. My headphones are broke, by the way. You know the headphones I wear in the gym key? I get like half an hour out of them and then the left one starts going, please charge to prevent damage to the battery. I'm like, bro, this shit's already damaged. You know what I mean? I have
How's
to put
the
my left one on IR.
212? I've listened to 212 genres. How's that even?
I've listened to 281. I can't even name like fucking 20 genres.
My third genre is honky tonk.
Honky? What do they call you? Honky people?
What the fuck kind of?
Your top
Age
genres?
is just a number. Whoa, Spotify.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Hold on, Spotify.
What the
Whoa.
fuck is that?
That's kind of crazy.
Whoa.
Like, hey,
Calm down, Spotify.
your
Don't
top,
take it
your
personally,
top
it's crazy.
genres. My third top genre is dark wave. What the fuck does that even mean? Dark wave and I mean, I've got
Your
alt rock,
listening
pop
age.
rap, soundtrack, and shoegaze. Soundtrack number 4.
Go-
Christ.
Go to your listening age, Scott.
Whoa,
Like 2 more.
Spotify! Hold on, you said it again. You doubled down. Age is just a number. Come on, bro.
Go down one more. What does your age say?
41.
42.
Damn. Who is the real Unk then?
And I'm Unk. Hello?
Wait. It says you were into music from the early 2000s. It's not 2041.
Mine was the late 90s.
Man doesn't even add up. 41. You listened to 1979 songs this year. Can you guess your number 1?
1979.
Yeah.
I listened to 1768. 1738.
I listen to more
Sorry,
music. More different songs.
my number 1.
Can you guess your number 1? I
what's
actually
my-
can't, bro. I actually don't know what my number 1's going to be.
No, surely not.
Oh, you've got to guess. Oh, I don't want any of... Please don't be this one song.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Your top song, yeah, Temple of the Dog. I've got 3 or 4 out of the 5 options are by the same artist, and then 1's by Sleep Token. I'm gonna get clowned if Sleep
Mine was-
Token's my number 1.
Mine, yeah. Three of the
I
5
got it
were by
right.
the same. I got it wrong. 3 of mine were by the same guy, yeah, or the same band. The 4th one was by the lead singer of Pearl Jam and that other band, and then the 5th one was Pearl Jam. That's cooked. No blink.
How many times did you listen to your top song?
116 times.
What the fuck? Mine was only 54. Oh, what the fuck? That was my top 4. That was the top 5. Like when it
Yeah,
says
there's
choose
no
between
way.
them, that's the top 5. Oh,
That's
that's
a lie.
ugly.
There's
That's
no
so
way.
ugly. That's so ugly.
There is no way.
There's not a single MCR song in there. And that's like all I listen to.
There's no way that this is my top 5. There's not a single Blink song on my top 5. There's no way. I think that's a lie.
You listened to 54 albums this year. That's a decent amount. It's like one. No, it's not. I was gonna say that's one a day. It's one a week. Near enough. One a day.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
54 days in a year.
my top album. Just want to say
Okay,
that. Just wanna put
that
out
is
there.
not. This has got to be busted.
That's
The
what I'm
Weeknd,
saying.
my
It's
top
wrong.
album.
It's got to be wrong.
I mean, you already said it. Half this shit's probably AI generated anyway.
But then the
Just
rest of
keep
the
that in the back
five.
of your mind.
But then the rest of the five makes sense though, because it's Weekend and then 2 MCR albums, Evanescence and then Sleep Token. That makes sense, but I don't remember
See,
listening to the Weekend album for that long.
Mine's probably right. This album's what makes sense. I've got the Audio Slave album, this one, and I've got Boxcar, which is this side of me over here, and then like a couple of the Blink ones. That makes sense, but like the songs don't.
I'm going to see MCR and Evanescence next year, and they're both in my top
Nice.
5 albums.
This guy
That's
not getting paid for Christmas.
Hey, it's PayPal paying 3. You know what I'm saying? Spread it.
I'm a top 2% fan of Joe Rogan's podcast.
Top 2%. I didn't know you were a podcast guy like that.
We're gonna have to kill you for that, unfortunately.
What the fuck, Geordie? That's my cousin. And Specs. Is that them saying thanks for watching? That's actually quite
That's
cool,
how
I'm not gonna lie.
JRE
That's actually quite cool. Shout out the boys that from my left. How's The Weeknd
Damn.
my number 2 artist of the year? That shit don't make no sense. Oh, to be fair, the Weeknd album came out at the start of this year. It's just said February. I listened to that album 209 times. Damn.
Oh, boys. You spent 6,658 minutes listening to Blink-182. You are a top 0.01% fan.
Yes, bro. I got top 0.4% fan of MCR. See, how am I a top 0.4% fan of MCR? And that's my... It's just said The Weeknd was my top artist. Now it's saying MCR top artist.
It's got to be cap.
AI tweaking ChatGPT. More like Matt GPT. Sleep Token number 3, I'm cooked. I actually fuck with Sleep Token, and then people started saying that they were like the Imagine Dragons of like metal music, and I was like, you know what? I can actually hear that. And now every time I listen to them, I can't take the song serious. So I stopped listening to them months ago. And they're somehow third.
As
My
it
top
says,
artist.
welcome to the big leagues. I just want to put that out there. The big leagues are calling, boys.
Was that on which club do you belong to?
See, now it's saying top artist has changed again. What the fuck?
Have you got to the club bit? When it's like, which club do you belong to?
No, I've just got the top
They're
artists.
all gonna be AI generated emblems, them, surely. That's some like
100%.
FIFA fucking pro clubs bad shit. What the
No
fuck was
way
that
for one of your
flower? What was that? That was disgusting. Please don't give me the flower. Hey, I got the Chicago Bears. Oh, it's more like the Lions, actually. Grit Collective.
Which club do you belong to, Scott?
Your role curator. You're a focused playlist creator, combining the best of your club into mixes. Grit Collector. What's that say, lad? Go closer.
I don't know why it's fucking...
Yeah, your phone looks like a fucking flashbang. Hey, let's go. We're both on the Bears. You're in great company. 9%. Not 9? Hold on, Key. Hold on, Key. We're in 9.
Hey.
Hey, 9. Don't stop us.
I
Your
understand
club
it now.
favourites. As if the Alchemist is in there.
You pulled some of your files just in case.
Whoa. The Epstein files.
Jeffrey Epstein. Why does it say Donald J. Trump?
The Epkeen files.
Jesus Christ. On October 11th, 2025, you let Lil Wayne headline a 7-hour genre relay.
You let Lil Wayne give you head?
7 hours? For 7 hours? Didn't think I could last that long.
Filed under
7
Emo
hours of
Devotion Black Parade Marathon. Okay. What the hell is this? Emo Devotion.
Jesus
Emo
Christ.
Boy Marathon. What the fuck are they trying to say?
Is that an event going on?
Emo
The
flashbacks.
Emo Boy Marathon.
Wait, hold on. Your top podcast listening day. I was listening to From My Left, which is a fucking a football podcast. Filed under football banter emo flashbacks. What the fuck? Why do they just call me an emo in every file?
I listened to 375 minutes of pop punk on January 24th.
biggest music listening day
Most
is
diversity.
the day you
What
let
were
the
you doing on
weekend crash
January
your
6th?
shoegaze party. Wow.
Don't want to know, Q.
I was doing an emo boy marathon on January 6th. Emo boy marathon.
Emo boy marathon.
The funny thing is, though, I have a playlist on Spotify called Emo Boy Music, but I'm sure that's not the reason it said that. This is AI, but maybe it is.
Sick boy.
Wrapped party. Now challenge your friends to a real-time listening battle. Hey, we're not friends on Spotify, are we? Okay?
No, we're not friends.
We're not friends. What?
I listened to Take That Back for Good 37 times.
Oh, that's a family Spotify.
It's not. That's mine.
You listen to Take That. It's funny because you actually look like Gary Barlow, boy.
Wow. I listened to Genie in a Bottle by Christina Aguilera 31 times. You listened to Eternal Love by PJ and Duncan 26 times.
Okay, what are we
Shout
doing
out
here?
PJ and Duncan Ascot.
Is that Anton Deck? Yeah, I fucking don't like you. Anton Deck on your Spotify Wrapped is crazy. You're not even a celebrity. Get me out of here. On this playlist. What the fuck is that? That's some like fucking... What the hell have I just seen there? The hell is this?
I had the little Chris Stapleton in mind, Q.
What the hell is that? Can someone read that?
Does that say Grogu?
And look at the
Bro's
picture for
listening
it.
to fucking Russian fucking... Yeah.
Do you know what it is, actually? I think I heard this on a Vinland Saga edit and kept it. I stored it. This is like some Prince of Persia shit. This was definitely a Vinland Saga edit. Redefining Georgian folk music. I guess they're from Georgia. What the fuck language do they speak in Georgia? What script is that?
Georgian.
What script is that? I need to call up Marmadashvili.
Thought it was like English, like the rest of the United States.
Fuck off. I knew that was coming as well from the smile. Did you see that video I sent you, Key, of the guy doing a Barack Obama impression if he was a turtle? Michelle.
Monsieur.
Oh, lad, that was like the dumbest humor ever. I fucking
We're
love
so
those.
cooked. Lads, we're so cooked.
Yeah. I was going to do the Rick Glassman then. I was going to say, well, I'll leave you with this so the person after me can use it. But